Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Abilene People, the podcast here on Big Country homepage, where we talk about, and to, the most interesting people in Abilene. You know, we really don't talk about the people, we talk to the people. But if you're ever going to talk about somebody, I think you're a fine candidate. Elizabeth Gray, how are you?
You ran out of people, and that's why I'm here, isn't it?
Yeah, you got me. You got me. No, you are very interesting. You work for Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union.
Yes.
You're like the community development officer, the marketing guru. You're all about town. You're all about everything. In fact, I dare say, there are very few people more involved in the community than Elizabeth Gray. Now, you may disagree with that, but I think it's true. Can we just stipulate that? It's true. That is true. It's true.
You know what?
You know what?
You can think what you want to think.
All right. Well, you know what? No truer words. So here's the thing about you. You are real big in Kiwanis, right?
Yes.
You are the president-elect of Kiwanis of Abilene.
Yes.
You are real big into Redcoats.
Yes.
In fact, you've been Redcoat of the Year recently.
Yes.
You've been Kiwanian of the Year recently.
Yes.
You ever say anything but yes? Maybe?
Yes. Just ask my family.
We were, you and I were laughing earlier about, what are we going to talk about? And I don't think anybody's ever asked that question when they've had a conversation with Elizabeth Gray. So where do you get this sense of community engagement and community involvement? Is it how you've always been wired, or is it an ethos somebody taught you, or why? Why are you so big in the community?
I don't know. I really don't know. I am very much an extrovert. I like to be around people. I started out as a teller at the credit union, and I loved my job because
you've been at the credit union like 15 years.
Yes, Saturday is my 15-year anniversary.
So just coming up.
Did you bring me a present to celebrate that?
You know, on your birthday this year, on your credit union birthday, 15, we're going to bring you
winter storm.
15 inches of snow. How about that?
Wonderful. I've never wanted anything less.
Yeah.
So I was a teller and loved it because I got to talk to people all day long. And I slowly started helping our marketing director, it was just her in the marketing department, with the external things. If teachers reached out and, wanted to bring a class or have someone talk to them, or helping with our Bunko for Breast Cancer, we always participate in that, March of Dimes stuff. So I was kind of her go-to person to head up the volunteer stuff for the employees. And then finally, they opened up a position for that. And so I took that role and have just kind of figured it out as I went, since there wasn't someone in that position before. So I really enjoy what I get to do and all the people I get to meet. And
well, I mean, anybody that's involved in Abilene seems to know you, and you seem to know a whole lot of people, which is part of it, right? And you're a self-described extrovert. A lot of people think that an extrovert is somebody that enjoys being on camera or enjoys being in public. But I think an extrovert really is, and that may be true, but an extrovert is somebody that just loves talking to people. It doesn't matter if it's a group of 2 or a group of 20, you just love people. And that describes you too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Are you from Abilene originally?
So I am from the big town of Noodle, Texas.
Noodle.
Yeah.
Noodle. It's like a bedroom community to Dome.
Well, actually, Noodle Dome Road has nothing to do with Noodle, which is weird.
Really?
If you go down Noodle Dome Road, you're not getting to Noodle.
Huh.
Yeah.
I need a noodle on that.
Yeah,
That's really
basically.
strange.
Yeah.
So Noodle is close to like Hodges, Truby, north of Abilene.
Yes,
northwest of Abilene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would exit at Merkel. And then go out.
Really big, thriving
it's
community.
Booming.
Yeah.
There's like a whole 7 people there. So yeah, that's
and
where I
7 was it about the size when you lived there?
I mean, I lived right in downtown Noodle, where there were like 6 houses, and then I didn't really pay attention to the surroundings.
Yeah, okay. So, all right. So, in downtown, you described Noodle as downtown Noodle, like with big parades down there, the
yes,
the holiday parades,
Just the animals that people dropped off out there. They were the parade.
All right. So I am curious about one thing. If you live in Noodle, how long does it take you to get to Abilene?
Back then, it would take probably 30, 40 minutes because, it was like 55 miles an hour.
Okay.
But it's not that far.
All right.
But this is where we did all of our grocery shopping. And
Of course.
Yeah.
And what was your other option? Sweetwater? Or?
Merkel.
Merkel.
Yeah, we could go to Handy's or Carson's.
All right. All right.
So we came to Abilene.
So you left Noodle,
Mm-hmm.
come to Abilene. Did you go to school in Noodle, or there's not a school in Noodle?
So there used to be a long time ago. My stepdad actually went to that school, but I was homeschooled, and then I went to high school at Merkel. So I graduated from Merkel High School.
Right. And did you do anything after high school, or did you just go straight from high school to work the workforce?
No, I went to college. I graduated from Hardin-Simmons University with my teaching degree way back in 2004. And I was pregnant with my second child whenever I graduated. So I didn't get a job right away because I knew I'd have to stop in the middle of it. And then 2 years later, I had my third child. And so I was just a stay-at-home mom. I worked at a Mother's Day Out and did some substitute teaching.
I didn't even ask you about your family. So how many kids you got?
3.
And you're married, and your husband's a UPS driver.
Yes.
So like you never see him from Thanksgiving to Christmas, basically.
Right. Yes. Yeah. That's been our because he started working there before we ever got married. So, that's been our life. When people get to talk about their Christmas trips they go on,
Not so much.
I never get to go on a Christmas trip.
Well, because you're boxed in.
That's true.
UPS. I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know.
That's true.
So okay. So I do want to go back and revisit the idea that you're Kiwanian of the year.
Okay.
Kiwanis is a little different than some of the other social clubs or civic groups, but similar to Rotary. But Kiwanis and Rotary kind of have a bit of a rivalry. You want to take any shots at Rotarians at this point in the podcast, or you just want to let that go?
Well, I don't really know anything about them, so.
Oh, you really don't?
No.
Okay, that's fair enough. Well, what do you know about Kiwanians? Because
we're awesome.
yeah.
We're funny.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about that.
We like to sing.
Yeah, David Bacon's a Kiwanian.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
He likes to flip pancakes.
He loves to flip the pancakes.
Yes.
I don't know about singing.
He does sing whenever we're there, yeah. He's not as robust as some of the other ones. But
He's not a Pavarotti.
Yeah, he's not trying to have everyone hear him like some of the other ones.
All right, but he is a hot cake flipper.
Yes, he is.
So you have this huge event every spring for Pancake Day, and it's been going on like 76 years.
Yes, this will be our 76th one.
And just tell us about it, because I really would like to have you back on the podcast closer to that day, because it's at the end of March.
Yes.
And then I want to go do another event in March in a second, the 325 Day, because those are like back-to-back this year.
Yes, they are.
So who knew that March
knew?
25th was right by March 28th?
Yeah, it's weird how that,
Who knew?
no one told me about calendars.
Great planning. So, because you're in charge of both, basically, the 325 Day. But let's focus on the Pancake Day. We'll come back to 325 Day. Pancake Day.
Yes.
It's an all-you-can-eat pancake deal. It's a fundraiser. And I don't know that people realize it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work.
Yes.
But the money all goes to local kids and teenagers here in Abilene.
Yeah, every dollar that we raise that day goes back into the community. So
if people can feel good about participating. Now, I know in the past you've had a silent auction, but not so much this year yet.
I think we are having a silent auction again.
And maybe, I think rumor is maybe a contest, a pancake eating contest.
Yeah,
is that true?
I think everyone should probably, comment and share that Danny should be one of the pancake eaters.
Like President Trump says, I take the fat shot. And ever since I started doing the GLP-1, I just can't eat
you just
that much.
can't. Okay.
I just can't, especially the carbs,
Yeah.
But now sausage, I can go sausage.
Okay.
Yeah. You never saw such a contest with me as sausage. So, but you are going to have like serious potential, or it might happen.
I'm hoping. Yes.
It's in the
working
works.
on it. Yes.
Yeah. And I a little birdie tells me that maybe, just maybe, it could be like first responders against first responders, or maybe KTAB versus KRBC. Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see how that pans out.
Yeah,
So, where is it? Again, when is it and how does it work?
It's March 28th at the Abilene Convention Center in the exhibit hall. It is from 8 to, we serve from 8 to 2 and then 4 to 7. So we take a little break to clean things up, breathe for a minute. Then, because we serve hundreds and hundreds of people.
Last year, I couldn't believe it.
Thousands and thousands of pancakes.
Last year, my wife and I got there like at, 8:30 in the morning. I forget what time you opened, like around 8 or something.
Yeah,
anyway,
8.
We got there early, and there was a huge line. Yeah. We had to stand in line to get our pancakes.
It was great. Last year was our highest number, I think, that we've had before and raised.
Yeah, it is just a lot of fun. So, it seems like you was going to ask. Oh, yeah. It's pancakes and all the trimmings like sausage or maybe bacon. I can't.
No,
remember.
we don't have bacon. It's just sausage, pancakes, butter,
which is
syrups,
fantastic. Yeah.
Even like different flavored syrups.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
And so people can get their tickets from a Kiwanian. Mm-hmm. They can get their tickets by going to, they can search. Yes. They could go to Dr. Google on the interwebs.
Right.
And they could search Kiwanis Pancake Day Abilene, and boom, it's all right there for you. Mm-hmm. And there is a Kiwanis website where they can.
Yes, we do have a Kiwanis website.
And like the last couple of years, I think, again, there will be contests at bigcountryhomepage.com to win tickets.
Yes, and they should participate in those. Yep. And you can buy tickets at the door as well. You don't have to buy them in advance. It is like $1 cheaper if you buy it in advance.
What's it cost to eat at the pancake? $10 or something?
It's it's not even $10.
What? Come on.
All you can eat.
Come on.
Yeah. Where else can I think $7 or $8.
But last year, I will say, I had an interesting experience because I went back after the 16th time back. There was a guy.
That was
said,
before the GLP one.
That was
Oh, okay.
He said, "You've had all you got. It's all you can eat." He goes, "Trust me, you've had all you can eat."
Yeah, you're done.
Big guy.
Sir.
I don't think he was in Kiwanis.
Okay. He was jealous that you had out-eaten him.
I've seen him Saturday nights downtown at that bar. He was on me. So anyway, you maybe didn't need a bouncer at the Kiwanis Pancake Day, But no, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
And it's all you can eat. Now, that is, you said Saturday, March 28th.
Yes.
And I'll have you back. We will have you back. Mm-hmm. Travis will have you back on the podcast to talk about it again. But right before that, there's a huge event that you are in charge of called 325 Day.
Yes.
325 Day. Mm-hmm. It's like Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo is almost always on the 5th of May.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
325 Day is almost always on March 25th.
Yes.
What is it?
It is just a community celebration, basically. It's just a way for us to support our local businesses, get out, have fun, just make people aware of things.
And this is something that you did invent or come up with, and you're the brainchild of this thing, and it's owned and run by the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union, right? It's a lot of fun too because it engages local businesses, and there's a whole website because I was looking at it earlier today.
Yes, yeah, it is a lot of fun. This year we are wanting to add a little something to it, change it up a little bit. We are promoting the local businesses. Whoever signs up and participates, you can go to our website, 325day.com. It's really hard to remember.
325day.com.
Yeah. Maybe we should come up with a jingle for it. I don't know.
325 Day, you can have your say. Spend your money the Abilene way.
Yeah. Look, we already came up with it.
Whole thing came from Elizabeth Gray. It's called 325 Day. What do you think?
I think it's wonderful, probably. Yeah, you should
really?
Perform it.
You don't, do you?
You should perform it, for sure, live.
Sing a solo so low we can't hear you.
So we have our own, it has its own Facebook page, its own website, so Instagram page. And so any business that signs up and says, hey, we're going to do a special or a discount on that day or have a special menu item for, $3.25, whatever they decide, then we promote that. It's free to sign up. The credit union does not make any money from this. We just spend money to advertise it and do all the things. But it's just a way for us to give back to the community and have fun. We started it. The first time we ever did it was in 2021 after Snowvid. So I hope that we don't have another one this weekend.
Oh,
for crying out loud.
yeah. Wow, that's true. First
yeah.
year you did it was after the snow apocalypse, and
Yes.
here we're facing down another one.
Yeah, basically. And we just really wanted to come up with some way to lighten people's moods, maybe, and
Plus,
just
it was right after COVID.
Yeah, and we're
was
just
kind of
support
doing
local because everybody was struggling so much, and so we just push out these businesses and say what they're going to do, and we get out that day and go video and support.
Some businesses will offer specials relative to that day,
Yes.
or a restaurant will have a special relative to that day. So that's so fun.
It is fun. And so this year, we are hoping that businesses will partner with a local nonprofit as well, because we have several nonprofits that'll sign up. The Nickel has signed up every year and does something special or fun for the kids and families.
Such a great museum.
Yeah,
the Nickel.
Yes,
You know,
it is.
Kayla Young and her team do such
She's
a great
wonderful.
job.
Yes, I love her. And Women of Outstanding Achievement, we've participated every year.
Another organization that you're big involved in. I mean, like you're like the grand poobah of the Women of Great Achievement.
Not the grand, just the junior.
But you are really involved in that,
Yes.
and that's a whole nother deal where you're honoring women and engaging with women of achievement in our community.
Yeah, so we participated in different ways. Kiwanis Club, we always give out Pancake Day tickets on that day because it is right before Pancake Day.
Yeah, because 325 is right before 328.
Yeah, so I just was trying to come up with something else to do.
Do you anticipate sleeping that week? I was just wondering, you're going to just like be up a lot of caffeine. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Right. Yeah. And so like 7 in 1 Books, they have always participated in 325 Day. Arlene is amazing. And she joined our Women of Outstanding Achievement Committee. And so on 325 Day, I know she's going to have some different specials in the store, but something she wanted to do to benefit Women of Outstanding Achievement is she is going to try and sell 33, because she said she will not cut a book in half. You can't sell 32 and a half books. And it's a leadership book that she wants to give to all of our undergrad applicants.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's just a really cool, neat thing that we would be able to provide them with this book, and the community can go in and buy it and then buy their own thing. And then she's going to donate those to our applicants and our scholarship recipients.
You know, it's you guys at the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union do this. You said you don't make any money doing it. You're located where? I see the place out on Buffalo Gap Road, or I guess
Antley.
You say Antley or Antilly?
I say Antley because I'm from Noodle.
Antley?
So
You said Antley?
probably fancy
Antilly?
people say Antilly, but
you're out there. That's where the big building is.
Mm-hmm.
But you're also down on Sales Boulevard near
Mr. Gaddy's and the post
South
office.
27th Post Office area. And then you're also down near Abilene High on the
right
north
across
side.
the street.
Are those the three
No,
locations?
then we also have one on East North 10th.
East North 10th, where's that location? I'm trying to...
Like across from where Hoshi used to be, or the United, right down by the veterinary clinic. We're on the other side.
Okay. All right. So you guys are all over town. And one of the things I have always loved about the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union, I can say this totally organically, honestly, because my mom banked there for years, and my mom's passed away. Wow, it's hard to believe my mom would passed away like 12 years this year.
Oh, wow.
It's just nuts. But she loved John Cottle, who now is retired.
Who doesn't love John Cottle?
And I just remember the care and the kindness that he showed her over the years. It was very sweet.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. But that's kind of the ethos of that organization, or that credit union, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've had my account at the credit union since I was like 6 years old. And back then, you had to be a teacher or related to a teacher to be able to have an account there. But not now. But my Meemaw was a piano teacher, and so she had an account there, and so that made me eligible for membership. So I remember all growing up, we always went to the Buffalo Gap branch. And whenever my youngest son was getting close to starting pre-K, and I was like, okay, I need to find a job. I knew pretty immediately that I needed to be around some adults because I had just been surrounded by children for a lot of years. So even though I had my teaching degree, I was like, I just need to speak to some people my own age for a little bit. And I applied at the credit union because I always thought it'd be fun to work there and got a job. And I've been there ever since. And now I get to use my teaching degree just in a different way than I ever thought possible.
That's fantastic. So, by the way, that's Travis, my producer over there. That's what he thinks about working with me. He goes, God, I wish I worked with an adult.
Yeah. He was like, I didn't know I was a kindergarten teacher.
Yeah, boy, yes, Kai. So, one thing I want to talk about before we draw everything up to a close on the podcast is you do teach like some financial skills classes for social groups, for schools. How do you do that, and who do you do that for?
Really anyone that reaches out. If you are in our service area, which we serve 16 counties, so that's a lot. I have driven 2 hours away to teach a 45-minute class before and drive back. Yeah.
I'm curious. Do you remember where that was to? Or do you just remember that was 2 hours away? You just pointed the car, drove 2 hours, got out, taught a class.
I want to say the furthest away I've gone was I went to Throckmorton last semester, I think.
Greyhounds.
And then Paint Creek, maybe?
Paint Creek. Okay, man, yeah.
One of the
That's amazing.
Yeah. So if any teacher reaches out, if they email me, then I'll set up
And when you go out there, what do you teach? And do you teach like how to balance a checkbook and that kind of fundamental thing, or what?
No one writes checks anymore, so I do not teach that because that would be irrelevant.
Do you teach how to slide the card in the ATM? Is that how you do?
This is how you tap. This is how you swipe it, whatever. No, it really just depends on what age group it is, what the TEKs are for that grade level. Kindergartners have to learn about needs and wants and goods and services. So that's their financial literacy things that they have to learn. So I've done lessons over that, all the way up to just the basics of the difference between a credit union and a bank and the importance of having a bank account somewhere, up to budgeting and credit repair and the importance of credit and paying off debt. I don't really talk about paying off debt to, school age kids, but that is one of the classes that I will teach for.
Just like you could hand out like the kindergartners candy bars, and then you could take a bunch back and say, you owe me that candy bar, and then take it from them.
That's true. And there would not be any upset children, no tears, no conflict, nothing.
You ever see those things?
The teacher would love it if I did that. And I'll be like, see ya.
They probably would love it if you gave them all the candy and said, here's a bunch of sugar, eat it,
Yeah, I'll see y'all later.
It's like those stories where you see after Halloween where the mom will go into the young children and say, I'm so sorry, but I ate all your candy. And bless their hearts. Sometimes they're so sad.
Yeah, my husband probably did that several times. I don't really have a sweet tooth, but Justin.
Yeah. Well, ever since I've been on the shot,
maybe I should start secretly giving Justin a shot.
No, you can't. You cannot secretly give the GLP-1.
Right.
You just can't do this. So I want to ask you one quick thing about being a teller.
Okay.
Back in those days, did you put the lollipop in with the banking thing and send it through the shoom, and then it would go out there and reappear? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that. I would love to try that.
You can still do that at the Buffalo Gap branch. So our Buffalo Gap branch.
They do the vacuum thing, and is that how it works, like on a vacuum system? But do they put lollipops in there?
Yeah, if you want one. Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah,
you can still get a lollipop by going to the teller. Oh, you kidding?
Now, at the other branches, you have to go inside, and we have them in there because we have ITMs at the other drive-throughs, so you can't send suckers through those.
That's no fun. Yeah, I don't know what an ITM is, but I don't like it. Okay. It sounds like it's anti
Well, we were just trying to help everyone with their health, to be healthy. Just joking.
Yeah.
That's not
So now they send the a little 10-point health tip and stuff.
Right.
That's not good. All right. Here's a question, Elizabeth. I ask a lot of our guests, and it's kind of a off the wall question, but what would you like to see in Abilene over the next 10 years or so? You know, anything in particular that come to mind? And it's okay. Some people say, I'd like to see no potholes on the road.
Okay.
Okay. Well, one time somebody said, I'd love to see a super Target.
Okay.
And recently, a lot of the guests have said, well, my dreams come true. We're going to get a Bass Pro Shop.
Okay. That was never one of my dreams.
Really? That surprises me.
Yeah, it's weird.
What? Oh, you're more the Cabela's. You're not the Bass Pro Shop. So what say you? What does Elizabeth Gray want to see in Abilene in 10 years?
I think, obviously, I would love to see a 3 to 5 day get bigger and bigger. With this year being the last year of Abilene Gives, I think that if we can create these partnerships between businesses and nonprofits, maybe not that at all this will replace Abilene Gives, because that raises so much money, but just that sense of community and we're paying it forward. So I think I would like to see how that will change and grow. And I would really love for HEB to go in the old Lax, right behind my branch.
Oh, out there on Antley and Tilly Road.
Yeah, in Buffalo Gap. Because
is that like something that you have an angle on, or do you think this could be breaking news for HEB right here, right now?
Well, they own the land.
Well, there we
They've
go.
owned it for 10 plus years.
Okay.
And they tore down the Lax and then didn't put up an HEB.
You know what? Maybe our friends at United will beat them to it.
Well,
and maybe right there you go.
Well,
Market
maybe
Street
so.
Swoops in. Who knows? Who knows?
It would just be nice. Things are growing up so much.
Boy, things are
that
growing
area.
so fast.
Yeah, that it would be nice to have something right
fast,
there.
Yeah.
I could just walk out of my office and run in there and get some sushi or whatever for lunch and go back.
Big sushi fan, are you?
I really am. I do love it.
We were in Vegas over Christmas and ate at Roku Sushi there on the Vegas Strip. Elevated up, 2 or 3 floors up, big plastic plate window, great view. And Caesar's Palace was right here in the hustle and bustle of all the Christmas decorations and people, like city sidewalks, busy sidewalks, and they were all dressed in holiday style.
Sidewalks.
Yeah, see, there we go. I didn't even think of that. And boy, eating sushi, nothing says Christmas like sushi.
Okay. I see where you're going there. Yeah, nothing ever says it like that.
Yeah, right. So, okay. Elizabeth Gray, so this has been a lot of fun.
Has been.
And you will come back mid-March or early March, maybe.
Yeah, anytime.
3-5 day again.
When you run out of people, everyone tells you no, just call me, and then I'll come again. And I'll be like, let's talk about random things.
Everyone does not tell me no, but that hurt.
Yeah.
Because, we're never going to run out of people because Abilene has the most interesting people in the world.
We do have a lot of interesting people.
Yeah. And including one certain individual from the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union, Elizabeth Gray. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're a hoot. It's always fun. Always fun to talk to Elizabeth Gray and always fun to have you with us here on the podcast Abilene People. And a big shout out to Travis Corrigan. We call him TC or TCB because Travis Corrigan is always taking care of business over there on the switcherboard, our producer. And thank you so much. And our audience continues to grow. We thank you for that. We're up to, I think, 4 people who've watched these podcasts, and we just appreciate all of you so much. No, it's amazing. And the response continues to grow. And give us some feedback. Look us up on social and tell us what you think. Follow us on Facebook, on KTAB, Big Country homepage, KRBC's social media pages. And we will see you next time with another one of Abilene's most interesting people. Tough to top Elizabeth Gray, but maybe, who knows? We'll, I don't know. Maybe we'll have you back next week.
I'll be back next week to top myself.
Yeah, top yourself. It'll be tough to do. Thank you so much. I'm your host, Danny Sims, and we'll see you next time.